second, and welcome to my channel, Fearless Vision. I'm a little bit silly right now. But anyways, this topic is not silly. It really is about how to stop procrastination and how to get motivated to take action. So maybe you're watching this right now. You're really in your head. You know you should be working on your business, doing things. You know, it's kind of like, I know I should be doing this, but I'm not doing it. And so today we're going to talk about that. But before I get into the subject, hey, do me a favor, hit the like button, the thumbs up, because it does something to the algorithm if you're watching on YouTube, so people can find out about this channel. Also, comment below if you want to enter my weekly drawing, or not my weekly drawing, my monthly drawing on my latest book, The La Dolce Vita Formula. Every month I do a drawing. You'll get a copy of the digital, in digital form, not the physical copy. So all you have to do is leave a comment below, like the video, and also subscribe to my channel. Why do you want to subscribe? You want to subscribe because you're going to learn about when I do my latest videos. You'll get updated on the latest and greatest, and I might do some freebies along the way. Okay, so let's talk about procrastination. Now, the first thing that comes up when I am working with clients on this subject is identifying the fear. So did you know that procrastination is really a form of fear? So my question to you is, you got something that needs to be done and you're not doing it. So what you want to do, number one, is identify the one or many fears that is stopping you. So do you feel, let's put it in the context of working on your business. Let's just say you have to call someone. Let's just say you have a couple of clients that you could call, or prospective clients, I should say, but you're not calling them. Okay, this is a great example. So the fear could be, you know, well, I fear if I pick up the phone and call these people that they're going to reject me. You know, would you agree? It's probably rattling around in your brain. So you want to surface this up, because once you identify the fear, then you go to that next step, finding that solution. You know, I find when people are procrastinating is that they don't have a strategy. So this is where you would want to have some kind of guide or script that you can follow. When I talk about script, I'm not talking about reading anything verbatim. I'm really talking about, how do you take someone through a high level sales conversation that speaks to their values. So what I do, and I teach my clients, is value-based selling, and understanding that every single person on this planet has a unique way of how they see the world and view the world. So if you're trying to quote unquote sell someone in your value system, and it's a disconnect to that other person, you're not going to get the sale. Okay. So you want to have some kind of system where you could walk them through, you know, get them on the phone. And that, what that does, it calms down your nervous system. Okay. So you're retraining that sympathetic system, part of your nervous system that has to do with fight or flight. So can you see that a lot of times you'll stop yourself, you know, procrastinating, right? It's all packaged in the form of fear because you don't have a strategy. Okay, so number one, identify what that fear is, and then you've got to have a viable strategy. So if you're someone that does not like to get on the phone, let's just say in the context of a business, because you know you've got the underlying fear, it would make a lot of sense, wouldn't you agree, to hire a coach or a mentor? When I'm working with my clients, I take them through the process. I have a very simple process that I take them through, where it actually increases their confidence level. And once you learn this system, what's great is that you're going to be calling prospective clients because you know you can help them. So I want to take that stigma out of picking up the phone, making those sales calls to these prospective clients, because having the strategy is key. So having not just a strategy, but the right strategy. And that's where I find that your procrastination will dissolve. Number one, identifying it, then having a viable strategy that you can implement. I know this sounds so easy, but a lot of times I find women, they get in their own way because they're all in their head, and they'll keep, reinforcing the story. I'm procrastinating. I'm procrastinating. Quit telling yourself a story. Okay, that'd be the next thing. Stop saying that you're procrastinating and do something about it. So again, it goes back to step number 1, identify what the fear is. Number 2, have a viable strategy. Number 3, stop telling and reliving your story. Here's what happens in your brain. When you start retelling your story, it starts rewiring a subconscious program, and you are living it just like Groundhog every single day. So you want to be careful of the stories that you tell yourself. I find more women than men are guilty of telling themselves these crazy stories, and these stories create a feedback loop into their subconscious mind that reinforces it. Okay, it's reinforcing the program. So when you change this program on a subconscious level, then your entire reality shifts and you can dissolve the procrastination. And so when I'm working with clients, we go through that cycle in helping them to break through the fear. You got to be able to identify and break through the fear. You have to have that strategy. You have to stop retelling the story. And it's through that repetition where you will be able to change those subconscious programs. So when someone's not taking action, so people are like, oh, how I get motivated, I like to use the word, even though motivation is a word that people are probably searching for. How do I get motivated? How do I get unstuck? I like to use the word inspiration because there is a difference in those words. So if you're watching my videos, I talk about the distinction of motivation versus inspiration. Motivation is outside forces. Inspiration means coming from within. So when you're inspired to take the action, let's just say picking up the phone and doing a sales call, it's automatic. And what does that mean? That means it's a subconscious program that you have now changed to automatically pick up the phone, call that prospective client, and get the sale, right? It's like having a superpower. So that's where I teach my clients how to rewire their brain using inspiration instead of motivation, right? Motivation. And again, I will use that word, but I will always make that distinction to let people know you need to come from inspiration instead of motivation. Motivation, when I was back doing personal training, I would say, come on, let's do one more rep. So it's external forces. So that's why I don't believe in using willpower. So when you're digging up these deeper issues, and they're deeper issues when it comes to procrastination, that those are the blocks, right? When you dig up those blocks, when you understand and identify what those are, then you can change those. And guess what? If you've been stuck more than 30 days, it's time to hire a coach or mentor. I do coaching and mentoring. I have a group program. I do elite coaching, one-on-one, to work at this at a deep level so you no longer have these issues. One of the other strategies I will talk about is you want to systemize your day. I have a system that I've created. I'm not going to get into it today, but in the future, I definitely will, because it's going to blow your mind away. It keeps me productive. It keeps me efficient, effective. This little tip is just going to save you time. So every week, you want to make sure that you're planning out what you're going to do every single day. If you don't, what happens is you find yourself procrastinate, right? It goes back to not having a strategy. Then you're like a deer in headlights, and you're doing the same thing over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. So you got to keep a system, a planner, a journal, something where you're actually prioritizing what you need to do every single day, period. Now, it's interesting because I have found that I've gotten more things done the busier that I am. So the more things that I know I have on my day that I have scheduled, I'm more effective and efficient. Now, why is that? Well, there's something in business called Parkinson's law, and it goes something like this. It's like if you're filling up your day with low priority things, like watching Facebook videos, you know, that are like dog and cat videos. I kind of make a joke about that every time. Then you're doing things that are low priority, and that's where you get into that procrastination zone. And when you're doing low priority things, guess what? You're not going to hit your income level. You're not going to hit your goals for that day. And again, that creates another feedback system. So I hope these tips helped you today. And do me a favor, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave in the comment below if you want to enter my monthly drawing for my latest book in digital form, La Dolce Vita. Until next time, this is Heather Pickin, and live fearlessly.